Alright, what you see here is a Casablanca Hermosa ceiling fan. I got this fan from Brandon C. Johnson, and as you can see, I have it with the K4B spotlight on it, and a nice set of rosewood blades. When he tested it, he actually put a spotlight on it as well. However, it's not the same one that you see in this video. That one he just paired with it just for testing purposes. However, this one is actually from the black Delta 2 that I got, which is what this spotlight came from. And he actually still has the original blades that were on this fan, the gloss black ones. He's using it on his current bedroom fan. And so I figured maybe get this fan another set of blades, and I figured might as well do it with rosewood. And I think it really looks really nice in this combination. Black fans with, well, gloss black fans and with gloss rosewood blades, I've always thought have been a nice combination. But yeah, the rosewood blades on this fan are really nice. Fan's in pretty good shape. Some of the blade arms are a little bit dinged up, however, they're not too noticeable on video. And plus, it's not like I'm installing it right now, so I figured I'd just leave it as is. But yeah. The fan is from May of 1997. Not sure where it is on top, but if you want to see the tag on top, just check out the new fan video I did of it back when I first got it. And yeah. Now I already know what a lot of people are going to be saying in the comments. There's already been quite a few people saying it on Facebook to take down the black Infinity in the living room and put this up. I'd love to, but there's a few reasons why I'm not doing that. One is that I told my mom, well, after the incident of the progress lighting hugger that kept tripping and breaking when I was trying to put it in the kitchen, she told me she doesn't want me to keep swapping out the fans, because she was, at the same time I can understand. I mean, it's no point in me swapping them every other year. Plus it's her place, so what she says goes. Now with this one I could get away with it because the finish is basically the same on the Infinity, so I feel like she wouldn't notice. However, despite that, the spotlight on this is, of course, a Casablanca spotlight, and it's one that's not in good shape. The spotlights are a bit loose on it, so I'd be afraid of it breaking. Especially with this fan hanging a little bit lower than the Infinity would. Not a whole lot, but I definitely would hang down a tiny bit more. I mean, Infinity would be like right about here, blade-wise, so I could put it on a really short downward, but the main thing is, with these blades being glossy and such, they're more likely to warp. And the Infinity's blades were already warped before I even installed it, so I didn't mind putting that one up. And since we were literally like 3 minutes from the ocean, I already know that would make these blades warp pretty quickly. So since I don't want that to happen, I'd rather preserve this fan for whenever I get my own place, and then I'll install it in the living room. But that, and I also know that with the birds, my mom lets fly around every now and then. She literally lets them sit on the blades, and I really don't want them to mess up the blades on this fan. I don't care about the Hunter ones as much, but Casablanca blades getting crapped on and such, I know I really do want to keep these in good shape, basically. So yeah. Plus, I'd like to see if I can find another K4B like this in black. It's in a little bit better shape too. But also just that I know these would hang a little bit low, and I really don't want to risk damaging the spotlights on it, because she has already hit the Hunter one a few times, the spotlight, when she's raised a broomstick just to sweep or mop the floor. So I already know that she would hit these hard enough that it would probably break. So yeah. So let me go ahead and show off the light. As you can see, it does work. I stole these light bulbs from the Infinity that's in the living room. Alright, let me test off the lights around me to give a test. Definitely gives off good lighting. Alright, now to start off on speed on the low speed. So what to say, speed 1 or such. Well, that's because I just tested another Casablanca fan that you guys already have seen the video of, so I'm kind of used. So I'm still used to saying it. It's like speed 1, speed 2, and such. It's not one for my collection. It's actually one out in public. That I know a lot of people definitely gonna be happy to see that one back for a remake, especially on all the speeds. Now this fan does use a direct drive motor, not a K55 or XLP. So from what I've been hearing, these are not as powerful, but the air movement does seem a little bit weaker, but it's not really that big of a difference to me. So it wouldn't really bother me as much. Now I have seen a lot of fans with these type of vents as a kid. So the look of this fan definitely would look childhood enough for me to want to install it. But again, I'd rather wait until I get my own place to install this. The Infinity fits like the look I want, a gloss black fan with spotlights and rosewood blades. However, this one's a better quality look fan that fits those needs, so I'd rather save this for a place that when I get my own place and have that as my living room fan. And again, if these were used rosewood blades, I'd probably be more tempted to install it, but it's just, I really don't want the spotlights to get damaged. I already know, because the other ones are already getting a little bit more beat up, believe it or not, so, yeah. It's definitely a nice fan, though. It's the light while it's on low speed. See, like this fan, I really do like it with the rosewood blades. However, if it was if it was the Delta 2, I wouldn't mind it with the all black look. It's just the look of this fan. I feel like it just calls for more contrast instead of just being all black. All right, let's go ahead and move it up to medium. Something I noticed is the chain for the fan is a little sometimes stiff. I had to give it a harder pull to move it up to speed. So if I was going to install it, definitely might be something I'd have to look into swapping out possibly. Yeah, it's definitely a fan I'm going to install at some point. It's just whenever I move out of this apartment. So maybe in the next few years. But I was thinking about the Venus, but I really do like the look of this more. And plus, I'd rather save the black Venus for like a different room. Especially if the living room I need more lighting, I'd rather use this in that space anyways. Alright, now to show off the light. Also, another reason why I don't want to install this in the living room in this apartment is because with the living room being in the same space as the kitchen, it would get a lot of grease on it, and I don't clean them as often as I should, just because I'm very busy. So that's why I know I'd neglect cleaning it as much as I should. So I know these blades would not do too well over there. Especially, and it's also because these are brand new blades. They were brand new when I got them, Still, I bought them off of eBay. Still sealed in the plastic, so I really want to keep these in nice shape for whenever I do install it. In a space that they won't get beat up and such. Alright, go ahead and move it up to the high speed. There we go. Now, two of these sockets are a little bit loose, so yeah, that noise that you're hearing is just the... Oh no, it's just one of the light bulbs wasn't tightened all the way. This fan definitely cranks out a ton of air. Also, the other thing that I forgot to mention in this video is that my mom does have a fear of fans that go very fast, like this, for example. It doesn't go as fast as like the K55 or XLP fans, but there's been times that she's even said that the Infinity is going too fast, and it's due to a trauma that she's had with an antique fan as a kid where it hit her on the head. One that didn't have a guard in it or anything, so like, seeing them go really fast kind of brings back that bad experience. So I always take that into consideration. And I already know that if I had this on high speed a while, she would tell me to turn it down, and it would just annoy me and such. But yeah, it's definitely a fan I'm going to install one day. Who knows, maybe I might give it an install here, but I really don't see that happening. Just because I really want to keep it in nice shape. Now, if I was to get like another LCA, and I'd actually probably install it. It's just I don't really have anything to install really close to the ceiling. Because with this, I feel like I can get away with it. It really does look similar to the Infinity finish-wise. I know my mom doesn't pay that much attention to the appearance of the fan. It's just more the colors she'll notice. But if I was to like find another LCA that's like beat up, and I just spray paint that one black and just put it on here. But one can only wish. Alright, now to show the light while it's on high speed. In fact, now that I think about it, I think this actually might be the only gloss black Hermosa that's on YouTube. I noticed from videos of them in white, and polished brass, antique brass, and white and brass, but I think this was the only one that's actually been filmed on YouTube, aside from like when Brandon did a video of it, and when he had it in his possession. So, yeah. I didn't even check where the reverse switch is. I already know that this fan will look really nice in the living room. I mean, the Infinity already looks really nice as it is, and it matches well, so the fact that I like the look of this fan more, I know it looks pretty nice as well. Who knows, maybe I might actually install it sooner than I expect. Although, I mean, it's not like nuance box and rosewood blades are extremely hard to find, but I don't know. We'll see. If I find a used set, maybe I'd probably consider it and preserve these for like when I install it in a place that it won't warp as much. Kind of like when I installed the low profile in my bedroom. That was brand new in the box when I got it originally from Mark, and the blades started warping on within less than a year. So I already know that the blades on this would probably warp pretty quickly as well, despite them being actual wood blades, not like the lower quality glossy blades from like Hampton Bay or something. If I can definitely figure out a way to make the spotlights less, how do I say it, wiggly, I guess that's the best way to put it, then I'd probably definitely install it in the living room. What I might do is like get a really short down rod, cut it short, and then paint it black. I could also do that as well, but then it would wobble more though if the blades would get out of balance. And I already saw that it does have a decent wobble to it. Not a bad one, but there is a little bit of a wobble. And as you can already see there, the wiring on it's pretty long. And I figured I was going to cut it to make it shorter for the video, but I figured maybe just leave it long because in case I move to a place that the living room has a higher ceiling, I figured maybe just leave it like that just in case. So I don't have to extend it more. That way I have a decent length of wiring that I can play around with. I do wish though that gloss black was still finished. That was pretty common. I know there's still fans that are coming gloss black, but not as much. Usually you just see them in matte black now. But it's nice to see that black fans are still around. That they're not like out of style. But I do have more of a soft spot for gloss black just because I think it looks more classy. But that's just me. Alright, now to show it on reverse. Now, if it was up to me, I would definitely paint the living room a red coloration just so it would look really nice with the blades. If my mom moves out of the apartment and it ends up being my place for a few years and then I get my own house or something, I'm definitely gonna do that. But she wants to leave it the way it is. And it's mostly because she just doesn't want it to be that dark looking. But people do have different opinions on or different likes and dislikes. So the white. See, this is one I definitely wouldn't mind swapping Infinity out with. Originally, people were telling me to do it with the Black Delta 2, and as much as I like that fan, I wouldn't do that one, only because it just looks way too similar to the Panama. So if I was to have another fan in the living room, I'd want it to at least be different looking than what's in the bedroom. Because the only difference is the vents on them, and that's really it in terms of design, so it would just look way too similar. Alright. Now for medium. And it's funny because I have heard people say that these can be a bit noisy sometimes. They're like drive motor fans. No, I do feel like it depends on the space sometimes, and also luck of the draw, I guess. This one I do remember the Palisade I just tested a little while ago had a little bit of a hum, but this one's basically dead silent. right now for reverse high. And now it's making noise from the vibration, and it does have a bit of more of a wobble in reverse, so I'm not going to keep it on reverse for that long. That's because especially with the spotlights being a bit on the weaker side, I don't want them to like bounce around so much that they move so much. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.